Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of the International Voices podcast. My friend here, I'd like to introduce her. This is my friend Zasar. Hello, Zasar.
Hello. My full name is Sushansini Jongphewattanaphol. I go by Zasar for short. I'm from Thailand and I'm currently studying business economics at Washington State University, Pullman. I first came to Washington State University last year in the fall, so fall 2019.
So you've had one school year there, right?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. A lot of people on our podcast here might not be familiar with what Pullman's like. Do you want to tell them what it was like coming to Pullman, Washington for the first time?
Sure. So Pullman is definitely a big change for me, even though I had been studying on the west side of Washington for 2 years prior. I've come to realize that Pullman is totally different, and the east and the west side of Washington are complete opposites. Yeah. So it took a while for me to adjust. Yeah.
When you come from a big city and you go to Pullman, you really notice it.
Yeah, totally. It felt kind of weird, like seeing all the wheat fields and not that many trees and no water anymore.
How does winter in Pullman compare to your native Thailand?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's really cold in Pullman and it snows a lot. Like I was I was surprised. Like I went home during winter break and I came back to Pullman for the spring semester, and I was surprised and a little shocked by the amount of snow that we get and by how dangerous it is to just go back, like how icy the road is and how hard to find transportation and everything. It was definitely an experience.
So you got to tell me though, what's your favorite thing about Pullman?
Well, I would say the community for sure. Like I love how safe the city is to just walk around and how nice the people are. And I just love the vibe of a college town that Pullman gives.
You started out your first school year there at WSU and had some great memories to begin with. And then, like all the rest of us, COVID-19 hit. And so tell me how COVID-19 changed things for you. Just start with the day-to-day. How did life change with COVID-19?
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that COVID-19 affected everyone, like no matter their profession. And for us students, our classes were moved from face to face to online or so-called distance learning. And um, I would say, well, the good thing about it is that we had more flexibility and we were able to wake up whenever and go to class in our pajamas, basically, or eat like during watching lecture videos. Uh, Also, the the things that are different would be that I think it's harder to stay productive for sure because you're in your own room and there's so many distractions and you don't get like the same classroom environment.
What was something you had to just let go because you couldn't make it happen?
I was contemplating going on a trip during spring break, but that didn't happen because of COVID-19 and because it was just safer to stay in Pullman. And my plan of going home was changed. Yeah, I had originally planned to fly to Thailand like right after finals, so around May like 10th. But then because of COVID-19, my flight got canceled, and the airline that planned to fly with was no longer flying to Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How did that make you feel?
I was kind of shocked, honestly, because I had planned to go back since last year because I bought like a round trip flight. So I came in August and I was planning to go back in May, right? Because if
Mm-hmm.
not, I wouldn't have a place to stay. Yeah. So yeah, it was a shock, and it made me realize like how big the impact of COVID-19 is affecting me. In addition to the airline no longer flying to Thailand, the Thai government made a decision to ban international travels to Thailand. So basically, the country's closed, and I had to register online on the Thai consulate website and to express that I want to go home, that I want to go back to Thailand. And they will put me on a list of Thai people who want to go back. And basically, I had to wait for my turn to go back because each month a certain number of quotas are granted for Thai people in the US to go back to Thailand.
Tell me about those final weeks there on campus when others were home, but you were not.
It was really sad to see other students with their families moving out when I had to stay there by myself. And basically, on my floor, I was the only one left. And I didn't see other students. I didn't see other students at all for a few weeks. Yeah. So it was a little depressing, but I had the dorm to myself, so I guess that's the good side. It got lonely sometimes, but I think I got used to it after a while.
I sure like to have the choice to be able to go out with someone and
Yeah,
share a meal or something like that. It's hard when you feel like I don't have a choice. That's not
yeah,
easy.
for
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, it's different to like hang out through Zoom and like hang out in person, you know? There are
It is.
things that can't be replaced.
What is one thing helpful that you learned to do or you did for yourself during the stay-at-home period?
I think I learned to just live the day,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not like think too much about the future and just stay present to the situation that I'm in and just, you know, if we keep thinking about the future, it would just make us anxious, you know. We would just wonder, when will this end? Like, what will happen next? But there's nothing we can do about it other than just like staying happy and
Yeah.
living with yourself. Yeah.
So tell everybody where you are now.
I'm currently in Thailand, finally, after like filling out several documents and obtaining like a fit to fly certificate. I'm finally back in Thailand and I'm under state quarantine. So I'm in a government provided place in Bangkok for 14 days until I'm released to go back to my hometown.
Is your family getting pretty excited and maybe a little impatient to have you all the way home?
Yes. Actually, even though I'm in Thailand, they still want to call me every day and check on me. And I'm like, that nothing's different. My life is the same every day. Yeah. But I'm excited to see them too. Like I will finally see them after a few months. Mhm.
What are your thoughts looking ahead to the next school year?
I'm waiting to hear what the university announces, and we'll probably decide from there. And I may or may not come back to Pullman depending on that as well. We'll just have to wait and see.
I sure hope you can, but I would understand if you did your classes by distance.
Yeah, because it's much cheaper to just stay home.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned quite a bit from the COVID-19 pandemic. Like I was in a group chat of Thai people who have expressed that they want to go home, and there's still, I know that there's still like hundreds of people who are waiting to go home, waiting for their quotas, and some are really struggling. Like some are were planning to travel in the US for a few days, but didn't get to travel at all and got stuck there for months. And some are on the verge of going homeless and are barely able to afford like the rent and the cost of living there. So yeah, I really hope that the situation gets better, and I hope that they get help, and they get the support they need. And yeah, I would like to also thank the Thai consulate in the U.S. for their hard work. They're working really hard to get the quotas approved and to get Thai people to go home.
But it's great to see you on the right side of the ocean now, closer to your family, and do hope you can come back to Pullman soon. I know for us, one of the hard things was ever since August, September, we had you over our house, and in many events, almost every time Zasar was there. And then COVID-19 hit, and we couldn't see you for months, and that was hard for us. We missed you.